Welcome to Colonel Basketball Weekly, as we take an inside look at Nicholls State University hoops. Today's program is presented by the Sports Medicine Center of Thibodaux Regional, the official sports medicine provider of Nicholls Athletics. Colonel Basketball Weekly is also sponsored by Rouse's Supermarkets. You're either local or you're not. And People's Health, your Medicare health team. Good evening and welcome to our program. The Colonel men's basketball team faced a tall order to start their week, playing host to Sam Houston State. The Bearcats hadn't lost much from a squad that won 24 games a year ago. They came to Thibodaux undefeated in league play and winners of 8 straight overall. Last Tuesday night, Stoford Gym. Sam Houston scored the opening basket, never really looked back. The Colonels couldn't buy a hoop in the first half. Liam Thomas off the mark from downtown. Michael Holyfield swats away the follow from Sam McBeth. Colonel shot just 15% from the floor in the opening stanza. DeMarcus Gatlin with the lay-in to make it 7-2 at the 16-minute mark. Aramis Mayauskas was efficient off the pine for the Cats, 5 of 6 from the field. He goes for a team-high tying 12 points, along with 4 boards in just 11 minutes. The Sam Houston team about as deep as they come. TJ Carpenter breaks a nearly 6-minute drought for the Colonels, nailing the three. Carpenter finished with 10 points, tying Jadante Fry for the team high. But Nicholls was all over the place shooting in the first half. Luca Camber way off the mark. It leads to a Dakari Henderson transition 3 plus a foul. Henderson scoring a dozen. Colonels go into the locker room down 39-12. They didn't help their cause with 11 turnovers in the half. Second half turned into more of a show. Seemed like a dunk contest was going to break out. 6 Cats scored 6+ points in this one. The alley-oop from Kaheem Ransom to Holyfield, who registered 8 points, 6 boards, and a couple of blocked shots. He gets stripped here, though, by Fry, who dishes ahead to Zach Young. Holyfield crushes Young's shot, but Sam McBeth catches a ricochet and throws it down with a vengeance. The foul, too. That woke up the place. Sammy's only bucket of the night made it count, though. Sam Houston increased its advantage to 33 early in the second half, but Nicholls fought back, shooting 53% from the floor and outscoring the Cats after halftime. Big 6'7" Travis Julian picks Ransom's pocket, outraces a guard in transition, and finishes with a dunk. Travis with a complete game, 3 blocks, 2 steals, 3 boards, 4 points in 19 minutes. Nicholls much more efficient on both ends of the floor in the second half. Carpenter using the window on the 3 here, but they had dug such a hole to start the ball game. 62-39 the final. Cats moved to 6-0 in the South, with 9th consecutive win overall. Nicholls has held to their lowest point total since December the 1st, 2012, when they took on number 13 Michigan State. Now the Colonels would turn around and head to Conway, Arkansas for a matchup with the UCA Bears, who had yet to win a game under first-year head coach Russ Pennell, who had cleared house upon arrival. Nicholls was looking for a bounce-back game, and this would provide a fine opportunity. Out to the Farris Center. Early action. Jordan Howard offline on the 3. Zach Young rebounds it and runs a transition offense. Jadante Fry, the beneficiary. Nicholls up 6-2. JD matching a career high with 19 points on 9 of 11 shooting. At the 12-minute mark, Travis Julian comes up with a steal, and he's shown he can run the floor. 10-6 Nicholls. Julian very productive in his 11 minutes of action. Nicholls struggled to extend the lead past 2 possessions. TJ Carpenter with a finish and foul here. 22-18 the score. Well-rounded effort for TJ. 12 points, 6 boards, 5 assists, and 3 steals. UCA goes on a 6-0 run to grab the lead late in the half. Quentin Thomas with a steal. QT scored 17 points, 12 of those after halftime. He goes coast to coast there. Time running down in the first half. Young can't get the runner to drop, but Fry is there to tip it in just before the buzzer. Ball game tied at 32. Nicholls had one of their best shooting nights of the year, hitting 54% from the field. They opened up the second half on a 10-2 run. Sam McBeth drains a 3 to put the Colonels up 5. The lead would extend to 8 a few minutes later. UCA never really got back in it. The lead down to 3 at the 12-minute mark, but Luca Camber's bonus ball took the wind out of the Bears. Colonels go on to the 71-61 victory. Nicholls held UCA to just 34% shooting from the floor. The Bears go just 3 of 17 from downtown. It's the first win of the year for the Colonels on the road and the 19th straight loss for Central Arkansas dating back to last year. We caught up with head coach J.P. Piper at the team hotel to get his thoughts on the week that was.
The Sam Houston game was a difficult outing for us, obviously. We didn't get off to a good start. Things kind of snowballed on us rather quickly. I thought we responded well in the second half and competed. I think prior to that we had played well against Houston Baptist, played well against Corpus in a tough loss. So we had about 20 minutes that were maybe out of character for us. I thought, rebounded well in practice from the disappointment of not playing well against Sam, and found a way to go on the road and win a game at Central Arkansas, kind of just what we needed, a team that was struggling in its own ways, and kind of helped us get some things right. Of course, it doesn't get any tougher moving forward. We got a tough one at Northwestern on the road coming up, but I was pleased with the way the guys responded, pleased with the effort we got out of all 11 of them that saw the floor. And, I see them growing up. It's tough that, we got to go to battle with so many young guys, but in some ways this will pay dividends for next year.
Yeah, we see guys coming up with big games, but it always seems to be one at a time. It's Jadante one night, T.J. Carpenter another, Quentin Thomas another night. Is there any guy on this team that can put it together each and every time out on the floor?
That's a great question. I don't know. We're hoping to get some consistency. Our vets, Sam and TJ, have struggled with consistency this year, guys that we thought we would be able to count on night in and night out. But their effort's been good. So I'm hoping that they're going to turn the corner and start to give us some more consistent play in terms of production, points, and rebounds. And then we've been pushing Fry to be consistent. So you're looking at three guys there that have a chance to give you some stability. We expect young guys to be inconsistent. So Quentin, who is a really talented player, I wouldn't be surprised if he's a little up and down. Hopefully not, but that may be the case. And, then our post guys are not necessarily young, but they're new to the experience of playing a lot of minutes. You're talking about Liam and Travis and Jamarcus. So they've got to settle into a routine and be able to consistently produce rebounding and defense for us with the occasional point production. So we're developing an identity. I've been telling our team in private that we don't have an identity. What are we about? Who are we? Check the league standings this week. We're ranked, I think, third or fourth in the league in team defense. So we're beginning to establish a defensive identity. We've got to get the offense to catch up with that so that we can test some people. And I think with the remaining games that we have, you'll see that starting to come into form.
Appreciate your insight as always, Coach.
Thanks, Mike.
The head coach of the Colonels, J.P. Piper, will be back with more Colonel Basketball Weekly, presented by the Sports Medicine Center of Thibodaux Regional, in just a moment.
In sports, you strive for first or best. The Sports Medicine Center of Thibodaux Regional is both. The region's first comprehensive sports medicine program with a team of the best sports medicine trained experts. You're serious about the game, we're serious about your safety. With advanced concussion testing technology and certified athletic trainers, we're keeping athletes safely in the game. Play hard, play to win. The Sports Medicine Center of Thibodaux Regional will help you play it safe.
Donnie, I'm in Rouse's at least 3 times a week, and I want the best prices every day.
Come on, Chef. Let's go shopping.
All right. There's got to be at least 1,000 items just on this one aisle.
At Rouse's, we stock more groceries than anyone else.
I can see that. So what's with the tag? Best price every day.
It's the Rouse's guarantee. You're getting our lowest price every day.
So when I see this tag,
you know you don't have to wait for a sale.
I can shop any day
and get our best price every day. Rouse's. You're either local or you're not.
Well, we're all about the people that we care for.
At People's Health, we know that when it comes to health, what works is teamwork. Each People's Health Plan member has a team of talented professionals working together to coordinate care so our members can do what they love to do.
That's what we do. We're here for you with People's Health.
People's Health, your Medicare health team.
You may not know this yet, but you stumbled upon something great. With your first steps onto this campus, you'll definitely notice something special. We're going to turn your education into an experience, and we're going to find your passion and with it create endless possibilities. But you found more than just a university. You found a campus of believers, a campus of personal cheerleaders, investors, and dream makers. You found Nichols State University. Welcome home, Colonels.
Back here with you on Colonel Basketball Weekly, presented by the Sports Medicine Center of Thibodaux Regional. I'm Mike Wagenheim. Let's take a look at the Southern Conference men's basketball standings entering this week. Stephen F. Austin remained unbeaten in league play and handed Sam Houston State their first SLC loss in the process. The Jacks have won 15 in a row overall. Texas A&M Corpus Christi still going strong. After that, an absolute logjam in the middle. New Orleans and Central Arkansas, meanwhile, are struggling mightily. Now, the Colonel women's basketball team headed out to Natchitoches last Wednesday night to challenge conference-leading Northwestern State. The Red and Gray had only won at NSU twice, ever, with their last victory there coming in 2012. In fact, it was the Lady Demons who bounced Nichols from the Southland Tournament last year on their way to the title. Out to Prather Coliseum. Opening minute of play, Ikaya Gray inside to Shea Arnick, the bucket and the foul. Arnick starting her 5th straight game, scoring in double figures in 4 of those. She has really turned it on since entering the lineup. Nichols led for the first 26 minutes of the game. Jenny Nash scored a season-high 20 points, going 6 of 8 from the field. The bonus ball here puts Nichols up 6. Colonels led by as many as 7 early on, but NSU closes a gap off the inbounds pass. The ball worked to Janelle Perez, who entered the game as the Lady Demons' leading scorer. This caps a 7-0 run, cutting the lead down to 2. Nichols puts together a little spurt of their own. Imani White, the league's top scorer last season, just coming off a lengthy time on the shelf with an injury, knocks down the 3 from the corner. Red and Gray built an 8-point lead midway through the half. Marina Lilly sparking the Colonels off the bench, 12 points and 7 rebounds, a strong offensive board. The finish and the foul here. Nichols up 34-29 at the break. The second half, though, would see 9 lead changes and 3 ties. NSU's Keisha Lee scored 16 of her 17 points after the intermission. Backdoor pass from Presley Owens here. NSU would draw within a point a minute later. But Nash would keep Nichols in front for a while longer, knocking down 3 bonus balls in the first 5 minutes. Nash is leading the league in threes per game. This one put Nichols up 5 with 15 minutes to go. NSU counters with a 6-0 run to grab their first lead of the night. In transition, Perez weaves her way to the basket. Instrumental down the stretch for NSU. She scored 15 after the break. The Colonels would trail by as many as 5 before Arnick drains a step-back 3 off the inbounds pass. Nichols up 1 with 9 minutes to play. Shea finished with a career-high 18. The lead went back and forth for a while. NSU up 2 with under 5 to go. Colonels looking for a stop. Chelsea Rogers misses a 3. Arian Osmer can't follow, but Perez knocks down the 3rd chance shot. That's a killer. Puts the Colonels down 4. It's a 3-point game in the final seconds. Nichols looking to send it to overtime. Outstanding defense, though, by NSU. They don't let Nash get the ball. White never got a clean look. Has to force it up at the buzzer, and it clangs off the rim. 74-71 Northwestern State. The Colonels just cannot seem to get the better of NSU, especially at their place. Every program seems to have one rival just like that. The Central Arkansas Sugar Bears gave the Colonels fits for a while too, but Nichols has narrowed that gap over the last couple of years. UCA entered Saturday's game with the Red and Gray, leading the league in scoring defense, and we're looking to get going in the right direction again after a very streaky start in conference play. The Farris Center in Conway, the setting for this one. Let's go to it. Shea Arnick continuing her dominance, another 18-point performance. She hits 8 of 10 shots. This one off the glass puts Nichols up by 6 at the 15-minute mark. UCA answering back. Kelsey McClure with a crossover, tying the game at 12. McClure was on her way to a game-high 21 points, also registering 7 rebounds and 5 assists. Later in the half, the Sugar Bears go on a 9-0 run, capped by this Kendara Watts bonus ball. UCA shot 54% from the field in the first half. Colonels were even better, though, at 57%. Nichols trailed by as many as 11, but rallied to cut the deficit down to 2 by halftime. Hope Pulowski with the drive and the finish. 35-33 UCA at the intermission. Second half, Nichols up 3, 12-minute mark, but McClure rattles off 9 straight points, including a pair of 3 balls. UCA grabs a 6-point lead with 9 minutes left to go, their largest advantage of the second half. The Colonels would fight back, though. Ikaya Gray with a bucket here, 2 of her 10 points on the day. After that, Shea Arnick with a baseline jumper. That cuts the deficit to 1. Hope Pulowski with a putback here. Colonels grab the lead. This thing, though, winds up going to overtime. Nichols would never trail in the extra session. Gray absorbs the contact and converts. Then Tia Charles and Imani White combined for 9 points in OT. They took over. 75-72 the final. The victory is the Colonels' 3rd straight now over Central Arkansas. Nichols shot a season-high 58% from the field. The overtime win was the 2nd for the Colonels this season. So here are the Southern Conference women's basketball standings through this past weekend. Northwestern State remains on top, followed closely by Lamar. The next 5 teams are all within a game and a half of each other. Southeastern Louisiana is scuffling. New Orleans has yet to register a league win. Nichols head coach Doobie Plaisance saw her team lose one nail-biter this week. It wasn't going to happen again.
No way, no way. The second we went into overtime, I said, not this time. We have this. What a fantastic effort on really everybody, and it was a defensive effort. I know it was big free throws at the end by the freshman, and Imani White, how special is she, playing, battered and tattered, hitting those big free throws. But at the end, Mike, it was the defense. It was the intensity, and we challenged our players. Don't let them match your intensity. And sure enough, that's what took us into overtime, and that's exactly how we want it.
It's tough to recover in such a short amount of time for what happened to you on Wednesday. How did you keep this team motivated?
It was about the 4 Fs. We talked about focus. We talked about the fight. We talked about finish, and you got to do it for 40 minutes. And that was a very, very strong message throughout, just to let them know, you have this, you have this. It was all about the 4 Fs. The focus, the fight, the finish, and the 40 minutes. And we did restructure practice a little bit to sort of sneak them with some active rests. They think they're actually into something, but we were really recovering them. So just to keep the intensity up at practice without working them too terribly hard, knowing we had this game.
Wasn't just 40 minutes, it was 45 minutes today.
That's right, but it was still enough.
Shea Arnick, since you put her into the lineup, my goodness, what a revelation. Is that what it took to get her going?
Absolutely. And Shea has always been that quality player. We recruited her out of high school. She just wound up at a JUCO. And now that Shea has her confidence back, and her big piece was playing it on the defensive end, Mike. And you know what? She focused. That's what it was going to take for her to get in the lineup and make an impact, and that's what it is. She's making her stops.
Congrats on the victory, Coach. We'll talk to you next week.
Thank you, Mike. Appreciate you.
Head Coach Doobie Plaisance with you after a big victory in overtime here at Central Arkansas. We'll talk to you again in just a moment here on Colonel Basketball Weekly, presented by the Sports Medicine Center of Thibodaux Regional. Welcome back to Colonel Basketball Weekly, presented by the Sports Medicine Center of Thibodaux Regional. With the spring semester underway here on campus, that means the official and unofficial start of several sports. We'll keep tabs on all of them throughout the season. Here's Beatrice Beard.
Hopes were high for the Nichols women's tennis team entering this season. Last year, the squad achieved its first ever national ranking and qualified for the Southland Conference tournament for the first time in 15 years. With an all-conference selection and league champion returning, they opened up their spring campaign this past weekend. The squad debuted at Tulane on Friday. The Colonels were handed a 4-1 loss, though all Southland second-teamer Stephanie Barnett registered an impressive straight-set win at #1 singles. The sophomore believes the team is destined for bigger things.
I think we've got a really good team this semester. As I said, we've got a few new players coming in and they're really strengthening the team a lot. I think we're even better this year and we'll do even better than last year, so hopefully we'll get some results for Nichols.
Without looking back, the Colonels put together a dominating performance Sunday at Louisiana Tech, coming away with a 6-1 victory, including first career wins for freshman Milo Peters and Katina Jordan. Head coach Manachi Sundaram said this past weekend's matches are just what the squad needed to motivate them moving forward and back to a nationally ranked spot.
We still have a lot of matches to play. I think we'll get back up there and probably go even beyond. I mean, at least my expectations for the team are that, and the girls want that for themselves as well.
The Colonels will have a few weeks off before taking on ULM on February 13th in Monroe. The first of 4 home matches will begin against Sam Houston State on March 15th. For Colonel Basketball Weekly, I'm Beatrice Beard.
Thank you very much, Beatrice. Folks, you can find out more information on all 14 of our athletic programs through our social media sites. Find us at Instagram.com/ColonelSports or at YouTube.com/NicholsAthletics, Facebook.com/GoColonels, and Twitter.com/GoColonels. That's GEAUX, Go Colonels. A reminder, we've got you covered all season long on the Colonel Sports Radio Network, presented by your local Super Chevy dealers. On Saturday, the Colonel men's basketball team plays host to Incarnate Word. Tip-off is set for 3:30, and then on Monday, the Privateers of New Orleans come to Thibodaux. That one is slated for 6:30. You can hear both games live on KQKI 95.3 FM. A live video web stream is also available on Colonel's All Access through our website at GoColonels.com. The women's basketball team resumes play Thursday night against New Orleans. Tip-off is set for 6 o'clock. Then on Saturday, it's Nichols and Incarnate Word at 1 p.m. Both games will air on KNSU 91.5 FM, and you can watch them online as well at Colonel's All Access. We have to take a timeout here on Colonel Basketball Weekly, presented by the Sports Medicine Center of Thibodaux Regional. More on the other side coming up.
In sports, you strive for first or best. The Sports Medicine Center of Thibodaux Regional is both. The region's first comprehensive sports medicine program with a team of the best sports medicine trained experts. You're serious about the game, we're serious about your safety. With advanced concussion testing technology and certified athletic trainers, we're keeping athletes safely in the game. Play hard, play to win. The Sports Medicine Center of Thibodaux Regional will help you play it safe.
Donnie, I'm in Rouse's at least 3 times a week, and I want the best prices every day.
Come on, Chef. Let's go shopping.
All right. There's got to be at least 1,000 items just on this one aisle.
At Rouse's, we stock more groceries than anyone else.
I can see that. So what's with the tag? Best price every day.
It's the Rouse's guarantee. You're getting our lowest price every day.
So when I see this tag,
you know you don't have to wait for a sale.
I can shop any day
and get our best price every day. Rouse's, you're either local or you're not.
Well, we're all about the people that we care for.
At People's Health, we know that when it comes to health, what works is teamwork. Each People's Health Plan member has a team of talented professionals working together to coordinate care so our members can do what they love to do.
That's what we do. We're here for you with People's Health.
People's Health, your Medicare health team.
You may not know this yet, but you've stumbled upon something great. With your first steps onto this campus, you'll definitely notice something special. We're going to turn your education into an experience, and we're going to find your passion, and with it, create endless possibilities. But you found more than just a university. You found a campus of believers, a campus of personal cheerleaders, investors, and dream makers. You found Nichols State University. Welcome home, Colonels.
Want to welcome you back to Colonel Basketball Weekly, presented by the Sports Medicine Center of Thibodaux Regional. It's time to announce our Rouse's Student Athlete of the Week. You're either local or you're not. Louisiana's Best can be found at your local Rouse's or at rouses.com. This week, it's Karenika Duncan from track and field. The sophomore from nearby Raceland, Louisiana, notched a triple jump of 39 feet 7 inches on Saturday at the UAB Green and Gold Invitational, finishing in first place and obliterating the school record in the process as the Nichols State University women's track and field team posted 8 career best performances and 2 first place finishes on Saturday night. Folks, that's going to do it for our program this week. We will talk to you again coming up next week and bring you all the best of Colonel basketball. Until then, take care. Today's show has been presented by the Sports Medicine Center of Thibodaux Regional, the official sports medicine provider of Nichols Athletics. This program has also been sponsored by Rouse's Supermarkets. You're either local or you're not. And People's Health, your Medicare health team. This has been a presentation of the Colonel Sports Network.